Baby girl, protect your peace and protect your energy. That is beyond value. The energy that you bring forth, the good vibes, your feminine aura is just unmatched. So anytime a man tells you or asks you what it is that you bring to the table and how he wants you to bring something financial to the table, baby girl, what you are bringing to the table is your energy. If you know, you know. The energy, the love that we give holds weight and it holds value. Because I find the same men that are constantly asking what you bring, are the same men that we have a tendency of doing this for, doing that for, stopping what we're doing, putting their needs before our own, worrying about their emotions, which all these things, worrying about someone's emotions, yes, that's important in a relationship, but these are the same men that will have you drained and then still tell you that you're not doing enough. So, that little bit is more towards women. If you don't like what I'm saying, that's okay. That's okay. This post is about protecting your mental energy and your peace because that is valuable and that is important. And we don't want to be draining ourselves for someone who doesn't see our value, who doesn't see our worth. We don't want to be draining ourselves in any situation. Social obligations, work, interactions, taking on too many tasks. Because if we are not good for ourselves, we really are not good for anybody. So how are we going to do that? You guessed it, more tips. This is 3 tips on dealing with this is 3 tips protecting your peace and protecting your mental energy. The first tip I'm going to talk about is setting and protecting your boundaries. Learning how to say no, right? You're not Superwoman. You're not. I'm not Superwoman. Certain things I just cannot do. I cannot, sometimes I can't participate in a bake sale if I have other tasks. Sometimes I can't, participate in the carpool. Can't do it all. We sometimes, as women and as individuals, have the tendency of wanting to do it all, of wanting to please everyone else, of wanting to be the perfect mom, of wanting to be the perfect wife, of wanting to be, the perfect employee. There's no such thing. I hate to break it to you. There's no such thing. We can't do it. Because if we say that, we're just going to burn out and we're going to crash and burn. So, learning when to say no, setting and maintaining your boundaries, right? Of course, there are some things you do have to do as an adult, to fill all your obligations, to fill all your roles. But learn what's important and what's not. Sometimes you can say no. It's okay. It's okay. So my next tip that I'm going to talk about is limiting emotional exposure. What I mean by that, I spoke about this in a previous video, the emotional exposure from social media. Some of the things that are on social media are very toxic, have us in the thought process of, okay, oh my God, they want to, we get in that thought process of wanting to look like this certain person, wanting to have our house, look like this person's house, wanting to be that mom on Pinterest that knows all the recipes, all the tips and tricks, all of that. That can be emotionally triggering because of the fact that not everything we see is real. We're not seeing the whole story. We're setting an unrealistic expectation for ourselves. So that is something that's, that can be draining for us. And that's one way that we can protect our emotional we can protect our energy and protect our peace, through limiting emotional exposure. I'm talking about social media, but this also talks about just conversations that we engage in. Could be at work and it's lunchtime. A bunch of the employees are gathered in the common area eating lunch and having conversations. Conversations start about talking about other people, the negativity. So any type of conversation that centers around negativity, that centers around, putting other people down, that maybe is, stirring up drama or stirring up controversy, right? That's going to could be triggering. We're exposing ourselves to something that's very emotionally charged. We're human, so sometimes that can seem enticing to us, like, ooh, drama, ooh, who's doing what now, what? But it really, we're using our mental resources to engage when we engage in that. So that's one way I personally preserve my energy, preserve my peace, right? Because again, that's very valuable to me, extremely valuable. So the last tip I'm gonna practice or talk about is the idea of practicing intentional stillness. Oh my God, I don't have any time today. I'm running here. I have no time to really sit down and just be. You can find 5 minutes. You know what? As a matter of fact, I challenge you to find 2 minutes out of your day, set that timer, and just sit still. Don't go on your phone. Don't look at your emails. Don't look at your screen. Don't look at your TV. Do it in when no one's around you, because it's going to be impossible when there's people around you. But by doing that, you're practicing that emotional stillness, for intentional stillness. And by doing so, we're really honing into ourselves, honing into our own energy and our own peace. So I hope you found this video useful, informative, and helpful. Until next time, I'll see you later. Have a good evening. Mwah. Love you.